Hanging
It's
in there,
about
hanging
all
in
you
there.
know.
So we're actually technically this would be like streaming twice a week since last time was
Oh
Friday.
yeah.
Good point.
That was a crazy stream, to be honest. I feel like there was so
I
much
thought it
going
went
on.
really well though.
Yeah, it did. It did. Um, except for those blunders, I was like, I'm sitting there going like, maybe I should just, not worry too much about mashing the A button, just read the text and try to figure it out. I thought I had it, I really did, but that was rough. Like every maybe 10 or so minutes, someone would have to butt in and say, hey, you got to do this. Okay, thanks, appreciate it. My luck. All right. I guess I'll just go ahead and start the game. And today we should be seeing, I don't know exactly how far we get, but I know we're pretty close to the Essentia dungeon.
Yeah.
So,
We're live, right?
yeah, we are live. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna post a link to this in our in the YiiK cord.
Do all that.
Where were we? Oh yeah, so basically now I think you did we play the record last time? I don't remember where we were last time. I completely forget.
We wrapped up right after talking to Vela on the swing, I believe.
Oh, okay, cool. So now we're going to the
mall,
mountain.
I think.
Well, first we have to play the record. Up the mountain. So we have to go through Alex's house. I think this is where we are. And
That's right. That's
go
right.
up the radio tower, play the record. Then we have to talk to everyone in town to ask them to join us. And then we can go to the mall and get into the Essentia dungeon. So we could definitely we could probably get through the mall, I think.
The mall's not very long from what I remember. Though I did get stuck on that for a little bit.
The optional places that you can go to.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Robin's joined. Hey, Robin, maker of things. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
Hey, Robin.
Yes.
What's something you've made?
This dumb little drawing of Alex that's sitting on the floor next to me that I haven't finished.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to ask one of the things that he's made. I haven't seen any of this stuff yet, so.
Yeah, no, I have I mean, like, I've made a couple Let's Plays. Well, I mean, made in the sense that I recorded them and then sent them to my friend who edits them all.
Oh, nice, you have an editor. I have a not editor. I just try to be as good as I can.
That's fair.
I'll be making more of those after the YiiK play. The YiiK Let's Play.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so I've decided after last stream, now that you're here, I'm actually gonna probably read the dungeon text, so I don't get, hopefully don't get stuck. I mean, we'll see.
Well, we can talk about the text or something to make it interesting content.
Sure. Yeah, we're on what, week 5, I think. I want to say.
I think so, yeah. So we're not too far from beating Yiikin, actually. We're doing good.
So I think I can probably start asking the hard-hitting questions. What's your favorite color? I mean, that's pretty controversial, I think.
I'm partial to the specific blue used on Ray's hair in Evangelion.
That's a good blue.
You
know what's another good blue? The Sega Sky color.
Yeah.
Sega games.
That's a good one too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. This is actually kind of cool. I was hyped when this happened the first time I played. About as hype as I could have gotten anyway. I didn't know what the hell was actually going on.
Nice.
The stream is not up on my end.
Is it on Twitch?
It's on mine now.
Oh, there. Okay, now I got it. Cool.
Okay. Are we good?
But it also says you're offline, so I don't know what's really going on.
Let me double check real quick.
The fact
I think
we're
I
going...
just had to refresh it. It's weird.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hit refresh
the
on mine real
fact
quick.
that we're going to The fact we're going to the Essentials dungeon today reminded me that I have to talk about the Essentials dungeon in my script. I thought I had finished all of the gameplay section last night, but then I remembered that it
Oh, yeah.
existed. Yeah.
Probably don't want to miss that one.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, because
That
I
was
was.
fun for me anyway. I hope.
I think that's my favorite dungeon for sure, followed by
Yes.
Bella's dungeon.
Yeah, the Essentials Mine Dungeon. I have very mixed feelings on it. When I my first few playthroughs, I absolutely hated it, but now I'm like, it's not that bad.
Oh, it's
It's brutal. Like there are those two really large puzzles that honestly, like looking back, I mean, I think they're good. They're good puzzles. Like I think Ian did a good job making them, but they probably didn't need both of them. We should have probably just picked one and then cut the other.
You talking about the the one you need the skateboard for, I think.
Yeah, then there's the one with the blowing mouths.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's
I think I
annoying.
put those both in the same area, like in my head. I don't think they are though.
The main thing that like would always trip me up is the face where you get the flamethrower from. Like my first couple of times playing through the game, I would just get stuck because I couldn't see the cracks because of the grainy filter over everything. So I couldn't see the cracks in the thing's face.
That delivery there, that was great.
It would have been funny in any
So,
other context.
Andrew, do you want to explain what just happened in the game here?
Like literally, or what do you mean?
To the best of your ability, like what we just experienced in this battle here.
Okay, yeah. So
I'm not.
This is
not
I guess
literally just like Essentia fought some soul survivors. I meant story wise. Sorry.
yeah. So obviously this is a bit spoiling. But even if you've beaten the game, you might not have thought about it this way. So basically, up to this point, Alex has been on this journey to find this record and to play it for people. And he seems to think that this has something to do with the elusive missing Sammy Park, who he's been looking for throughout the entire game. And at this point, things start to become less and less lucid, less connected. But to him, the connection becomes stronger. So this moment here is a sort of like exists to validate Alex's sort of like perception that he's on this grand journey to save this missing person, and now the stakes have just been raised because he's now having visions of androids fighting entities. So he's basically followed this entity that told him to go on this quest, and he's listened to it, and it resulted in that vision he just had. So that's what happened.
And it's almost like the one thing he has seen, which are the the soul survivors, are meeting up with this thing he hasn't actually seen in face to face yet. Which,
Yeah, so far he's only dreamt about the Essentia, the green-haired android.
okay, I'll be nice to Rory.
Good.
So, what's wrong?
Oh, yeah, I remember this part.
I don't know. I've just.
Take your time.
Well, I'm thinking about my sister was alone.
Do you know there's a
We had planned. And
question earlier that made my eye raise a little bit, my eyebrow raise.
yeah, let's go.
So they're having
Oh,
this
you
like,
mean when he first?
yeah, right here, that one. I don't know, should I do it?
Oh yes.
I kind of wish I had.
Something that I want.
Go ahead, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
No.
Something that I wanted to ask you since you were here, just because I had never actually tried it because I kept forgetting to choose the female player option in the beginning when I would do my playthroughs for the recording sessions. Does like Alex still say for some reason you were a woman when he's describing the dream that he was having?
He does, but those two things are unrelated. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
They're unrelated, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just wasn't sure.
I see why you're asking it, and it's interesting, but
I recommend everyone plays that way because I really like that model. Well, you'll see at the end of the game.
The female Alex, or
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I thought that came out really cool.
Isn't there just the
Yeah.
one female Alex that we know of anyway?
Well, if you depending on what you select at the start of the game, when you have another Alex join your party, she can be female. And then we'll
cool.
see another female Alex actually in the upcoming dungeon we're about to go into.
oh yeah, that one.
So where could Vela be? Let's see.
So like this whole monologue here is Alex really just trying to put the whole thing together. He needs to convince himself pretty frequently that his whole journey makes sense. And a lot of this is about him sort of like trying to convince himself, but also trying to convince you. And that's why like he over explains things and repeats himself, because he's really reassuring himself.
Oh, Vela's not here. Damn.
I think she's in the park, if I remember.
Hey Vince, how you doing?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Vince?
What's up, Vince?
Oh, someone else is here. Hello, someone else.
Sorry, I joined late.
The max level in.
Oh.
You know what? I'm actually not sure what the max level is. Let me find out.
I love the fall.
It's the max
Well,
level.
Brian
Oh,
does that.
I like Thanksgiving.
We're joined by the enigmatic Hellkrai.
Okay, I was gonna say
No,
illustrious.
Yeah, I just finished eating. Sorry.
Nah, that's fine, man.
It's always
You're
depressing.
good.
We actually started a half hour earlier because
Like,
I requested it.
It always meant seeing my friend. You know, I even
Yeah, secret industry secrets that they can't share with us. That's why I had to start early.
Ah, yeah.
It's always
Talking
some
about
kind
my
of
base of speculation.
yeah. It's always some kind of conspiracy. I just always assume that. Game dev conspiracy. It says just got back from walk. Walks are great.
what's that thing they say?
We're sad.
I bought an elliptical over the weekend. It weighed 300 pounds. Had to get it up 2 flights of stairs, and it took me and my wife 6 hours to assemble. It was
Is that why you
totally
sent that
brutal.
picture?
I try not to think about
No.
Things are mostly
Yeah, I knew
Uh,
someone was gonna ask
for
about that.
and the music.
In the green room chat that we have before the live streams, I sent a picture of a leg press, trying to
Okay.
explain something to JT.
We all joke that 2000 and
I've been hitting the gym lately. He was trying to tell me about that machine. I was like, yeah, I don't know if we have that or not, but if I see it, I'll definitely try it.
What is it?
What's
Good.
up, Pity?
Hey,
Yeah,
Pity.
long time no see, Pit.
I was 12. I've spoken to her once a month for the past 12 years.
So,
Her phone
Pit.
is special
I haven't talked to
From
him in.
Kid
Put in
Icarus.
money, dial-
a
you
long
can talk to them
time.
about any- under no circumstances.
Speaking of
Are you
which,
allowed to ask about where they are and how they're feeling?
I'm sure he wouldn't mind if I plugged
If
his
you do,
music.
they lose their phone privileges
Pity makes some
forever.
pretty cool music,
Oh,
so
yeah.
look
Not
up
to your
Pity
hold on your
Pit
account.
on
Yes.
Bandcamp.
Yeah,
I had my first stream the night
Pity is
before I
awesome.
met you.
Really awesome. Sort of like almost a nostalgic
Also,
sound.
I think
Yeah,
we'll
he's really
never
good.
Really
take
just
away
like
your own freedom by even
like
pretending
Pity's
that
music
it's
reminds me a lot of outsider art. It doesn't seem to be like constrained by what other people are doing. It's very natural. I really love it.
It's very him. Yeah,
Nice.
very unique. And then while we have the other guy here, the soundtrack of this game is great. You should buy that too.
Maybe not, but
Oh yeah.
look at
And
this.
we have
Before I traveled this whole space,
next on Thursday the vinyl comes out.
who got hurt,
finally.
someone who believed they were
Oh
the only
yes,
ones out
I
there.
cannot wait for that.
I will be ordering that
Personal
if I
suggestions.
can anyway. I hope I can
We
get it
can
quick
say
enough.
we love secrets not to judge people for
I know how these things go.
Yeah, there's
Something
only
cool
three-
comes out, and then 2
Yeah, there's
seconds
only-
later, it's gone.
We all have flaws. We all hurt each other. And I do believe.
Well, I mean,
hopefully
I'm not-
there's enough to go around.
Hopefully, there's 300 copies being made, right?
So what if I have?
Yeah, 300 copies.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Do you
So-
know if they'll let you buy more than one?
Whoever loved me.
Don't
I
you,
have
don't
no
you scalp
idea.
these?
Don't,
That's so hard to believe.
Because I want I want a display copy and a use copy. That's why I'm asking.
Maybe it was all.
I imagine there'll be
Well, I
letting you do that. But like, I don't have anything to do with the business end of any of that. You know, I just provided the music and gave my recommended order for it, and they did an amazing job with it.
Yes.
But like when I'm on, so it's the Yeti. So the Yeti down will be able to
Yes.
order it.
You can spell that YiiTee.com.
Yes, I'll post a link to that as well. And if everyone pays attention to our Twitter, we'll tweet out the vinyl when it becomes available. And I see Pity's asking if the OST is hitting streaming services along with the LP. I've been trying to get it up on streaming services for a while now, but the one that I signed up for requires me to upload all the music at once. And as you know, it's a lot of tracks, and it keeps timing out. So I think I'm going to have to release them as different albums or something, or find a different way to distribute it. If anybody has experience putting stuff on streaming services, maybe shoot me an email or message me on Discord, and
I actually know a guy.
I would have him message me. I would love some help with that, because my assistant was trying, and they were having issues with it, and then I tried myself, and it also didn't work.
Yeah, he makes a lot of I don't really know what to call it. I guess electronic music. And he is always posting his albums and stuff on my server, so I'll go ahead and ask him if he can help you out with that at all. Or you can, if you get to him before I do. His name's George the Dragon on there. He's a furry who makes cool music.
I will say something. I find it really funny that I don't want to say what it is specifically, but there's a tweet I made that I only made because I thought it was really funny, and people are like, "Oh, I can't believe you'd say this," and I'm like, "Yeah, I said it because I thought it was really funny."
I mean, like, I get that. Like, there's like
Is this about that thing earlier?
Yeah.
Save it for after.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, like, this is not related to that, but like on the subject of that, there's like some people on Twitter that like I would want to follow because it's really funny, but it's just not good optics. Like, I mean, part of me wants to follow OJ Simpson because that's fucking hilarious.
Oh,
like the fact
yeah.
the fact that he
Hello,
has
Twitter
a
world.
Twitter account is funny. Yeah. The fact he has a Twitter account is funny, but just me following him is like not good optics. Like this is just not good.
That little meme cracks me up so much. Like, OJ Simpson on Twitter, posting videos. Hello, Twitter world.
Maybe
It's such a
time for,
boomer
like, an
thing to say.
alternate Twitter account for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, what Brian said.
Yeah. Yes. That's probably good.
I see Professor Oblivion has joined us. Hey, how you doing? Hope you've been well.
What's going on, Oblivion?
Oh, speaking of which, it doesn't look like, this is going to sound slightly disturbing, but it doesn't look like there is a limit to how much you can level up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think didn't
I think
someone
Obviously, there's a limited number of
yeah, what'd he
enemies,
say?
but also you can keep doing New Game Plus. It would take you a really long time.
Okay.
But without cheating, you probably could
I'm
go
ready.
on until you have an integer overflow. So.
Yeah, no, I actually
Don't
mentioned
do that,
that in
please.
I actually mentioned that in my review. I'm like
Hey, how do I tell
like, yeah, you
Claudia
can
I'm ready to look
actually-
for the van?
yeah.
So you want to go talk to the rest of your friends, find
Okay.
Chandra,
Oh,
Michael.
okay, yeah, I remember this part now. I do. I just don't remember exactly where everyone is. Okay.
Explore Frankton.
Yes.
Okay, you can talk
Yeah, I
amongst
like,
yourself again.
Hey man, what's up?
I like remember there being like what was I saying? Oh yeah, I know. I remember writing into my script like it is technically possible to like just keep leveling up until your stats reset back to level 1, but unless you've been replaying New Game Plus like 50 times, it's not going to be an issue.
I think it would take more than 50, but
Yeah,
it's like-
like just I probably would honestly, but like
Well, I mean, eventually you'd be at such a high level, you'd be getting very little experience.
yeah.
Oh, this
That's
is
true. I think it would balance out to the point where
this is one of the more interesting conversations in the game.
Bella pointed out that I don't.
I do believe this is the one about what was it? It
It
was like culture shock, basically.
Yeah, that one about her overalls, right? Yeah.
Yeah, when they spent some time in Japan, yeah.
But it was like a
Yes.
specific term. I can't remember what it was though.
I guess we'll. If you ask her about her overall, she'll talk about the friend who gave it to her.
That's what
Yeah,
he did.
and then she does talk about like a very specific thing where she's like she understood things that she normally wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Can't remember exactly what it was. Yeah, there we go. Now she's talking about
So
it.
we started hanging out. And long story short, she bought me this on the last day of
Ask
our
her about hula
I like how
hooping.
the implication is Claudio went to Japan and was just picking up chicks.
Yeah, I noticed that and I was like, oh, that's hilarious.
It's a psychological disorder affecting
I mean, how do you think you got into all that anime?
People who had this hallucinate get
Had nothing to do
delusional,
with the
feel
TVs.
persecuted. It's like extreme culture shock. That's what I felt. Except I wasn't Japanese, and it took
I'm
me a
looking for
while
that
to get over the
specific
feelings.
term.
But when I did, Bear taught me how to hula hoop. And sometimes all it takes is one.
It's killing me.
I've never heard of that before.
I did not tell you I'm doing my master's and I want to work with
Speaking of
kids, mainly
TVs,
foreign kids. That's what I'm doing my thesis on.
it's not really a TV, but like
I
that
missed it.
like image that you showed that had like the camera head entity or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, I'm getting notified by Discord. uh, I have to ask, were you inspired at all by like the Lost Camera Heads creepypasta for that?
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that's fair. Like it's lost
a recent
media,
thing,
but
right?
it was like it's what?
Isn't that like a kind of a recent thing?
Yeah, it recently came to light because I think Blame It on Jorge covered it, and like an episode of the channel Going Obscure, which is like they get like 300 views per video, but they're really good. They like did an episode that did decently well, I think.
Welcome to YouTube, where 90% of the videos are trash.
Yeah.
Yet they get 90% of the views.
Hey, GP,
What's up?
I think now you have to go check Onism. I think if
Okay.
you go to Alex's house and check Onism, you'll find a post.
Okay.
And then you can
Oh yeah.
talk to Claudio.
Should I buy
Yeah,
anything
Rory
from
said-
here? I remember there being something here that was pretty good. Or I can probably just run through the rest of the game, honestly, with what I have, can't I?
I mean, I have usually, but it doesn't mean I'm playing smart. I'm usually playing to debug stuff.
Well, Andrew and Brian at this point are YiiK masters, so.
I remember playing what was it? Oh yeah, no, I have footage of it, but like I remember I was playing.
Sorry, where'd you say to go?
in-
Oh, Onism. Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
I was playing in Frankton, like I think in chapter 4, and no, it was chapter 3, I think. But like I was just walking by, and like that little like section, right before you go to like that little like square of like construction land, basically. There was like one car that was just trying to go forward, but it kept ramming into like the dozer, and then like another car that was like jamming into the side of it, and it kept like pushing it over like the destructible rots, and it's really hilarious. Like I don't know if that was like I don't know if it's intentional for the cars to keep
That's a
crashing
lot of
into each
stuff.
other as like the story goes on or not, but like it's really funny. I can upload it real quick to my channel.
Look at all that.
Send it to you.
Look at all that story I didn't read. Jeez. I'm gonna have to read it next time though, because there will be a next time with the I guess the actual update, huh?
Yeah, but the actual 1.5 update is going to be very different when you play it. So it'll
Okay.
be, I think, if you're doing it like fresh, having never played it before, you'll probably want to take a slightly slower pace because it's some pretty significant changes.
Okay.
This is just in the New Game Plus run, or is it just in like all runs?
Oh, in both, yeah. So there's new content in the base game, and then there is even the bulk of the content is in New Game Plus, but the base game has plenty of new stuff.
Pity
I think
Pit,
there's like
Pity Pit says he wishes that he could play Final Michael 7 in the arcade. Sorry, I thought that was just funny.
You know, I might believe that that's even a sign in the arcade because I've had weird signs, but I kind of doubt it.
I think most of them are like, there's war, and then there's raw because
War is,
The funny
or
thing
Raw
is,
is
a lot of
war. Yep.
those, like, are sprites from little projects I had done, so they technically existed, but I don't think I have them anymore, sadly.
Rory, come home. Get back in my pocket.
I think it's interesting that like the game goes out of its way to tell you not to forget Rory, but then like
Who is it?
in
You
the
still
actual like
It's out.
you what?
you still can.
Yeah, I know you still can, but like
Go check out some of the lead.
but like
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. I just like
You can forget all about Rory if you want to.
yeah you can if you want to, but like the game tries and makes you like not do that.
I'm definitely gonna do that on one of my playthroughs just to, just to see it.
Oh yeah, no, dude, that's like the last thing that like I have to record is like an entire playthrough where I just do all of the like all the scenes of Alex being a dick to Rory and then forgetting Rory at the end of it because I've just like someone told me what happened and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that.
Oblivion asks, are there new side quests in 1.5?
Holy crap! Isn't that it?
I can't.
Maybe?
We cannot speak on the contents of 1.5 at this
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say expect the unexpected. That's all I'm gonna say.
Let's all get around the. Let's be ready to.
Man,
fight.
now-
Expect the unexpected.
Now I'm actually really
It's,
excited for it.
We're going. We're
You should be. That's all I've got to say.
Well, that alpaca cutscene really, that was great. And if I can get more of that in this game, oh, it's good stuff.
Yeah, all of the new content is more like that, and all of the new characters who appear are very contrasting to the main cast, who are all supposed to be like excessively normal. So there's a lot of larger than life, sort of over the top stuff in 1.5.
Oh, look, it's an actual mall rat. That's Brittany Lotta, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she does the mall rats. Yeah.
Damn, we were
Yes.
1 week away.
Wait.
So close. So close.
And don't pretend you didn't think it. So to answer your racist ass question,
Oh, this was great.
I cannot pick a lock.
Dude, I felt so bad last week because like okay, first off I came on the stream high. Yeah.
And no one had to know that except for you.
Yeah. And then the second thing is like I was like listening to her like talk about like all the roles she's had and I'm like, damn, I really only know her from Honey Pop.
So this particular bit of dialogue here actually had me cracking up the first time.
Yeah, and
we-
then people on Twitter say that it's proof that you're all racist or
Well,
something.
it's interesting because this is something that a friend of mine had he had done a rant about lock picking, and the context was similar to this, but I thought it was a funny scenario. I was like, hey, I'm like, do you mind if I remember that story you told about lock picking and the Sherlock Holmes obsession? He's like, yeah, it'd be funny. You should put that in the game. And
It was funny.
I did, but it's just sometimes people are gonna think that you have a different intent than you do, and people don't really care about artists' intent anymore, I guess. So I don't know.
I found the third ending. You can go behind the mall.
It was there all along.
Oh fuck, I'm stuck behind the wall. Okay.
Did you actually get stuck?
Yeah, there's like a,
Oh, okay.
a dip in the back there.
Oh, I see.
Are you jamming A to see if there's anything hidden?
What was that? Sorry.
No, nothing. It was bad advice.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Wait,
I love
do it
that.
now. Do it. Come on.
We're speed running. We can't go back. We have to leave it.
This is the slowest speed run in history.
Will
Then,
you
dude.
shut up? I'm doing pretty good.
Practice, practice.
Oh, she squeaks too.
Yes, she does. That's cute.
I think we're just trying to find her, right? That's it.
Yeah, you just gotta chase after her.
Oh, here we go. Jason.
Oh wait, go back. She's in the trash can.
In the trash can? Like visibly, or I have to go up and...
Yes. Not that trash can. I might be behind on the stream.
I think I know which trash can you're talking about.
It's like the first one.
Found it. Wait, I can't get up the escalator. How behind do you think you are? Because I just said escalator, so maybe you can kind of...
My stream's actually lagging right now, and now I'm getting the spinning wheel of death. So.
Oh.
Oh, yes, that is happening indeed.
1 second.
I'm swapping between my like script and the actual thing because I couldn't have both open at the same time.
I think
I
what
just saw you find her go up the escalator, so that's. Go to I think one of the shops,
I just stopped streaming on...
or like
Please
one of these
restart
kiosks in the center.
I'm not going to restart the broadcast. Is it running okay now? I think it's probably running okay.
Seems to be running fine. I think I'm just behind a bit.
Well, I see green, so it must mean it's fine. Come here, you. And we have fun dudes looking forward to the new patch in the future for Ackk. Me and you both. Take it easy, Oblivion.
Oh, I lost chat, so I couldn't see that.
Vince says, not sad face. Maybe content face? I don't know. Ah, there you are. Oh yeah,
It's
Dolly.
working for Vince, so.
No, not Dolly? Oh, Dolly. Well, as long as it's working for you guys.
Yeah, I've got like a 10-second delay, I think, so.
Baptist Shellfish. Love all these names
I'll
you
be able
guys...
to be like Captain Hindsight over here, telling you what you should have done after you've done it.
like the South Park episode.
Yes.
Okay, that went by. I'm gonna say if I remember this guy being, or these guys being kind of hard. But it's mainly that first attack, and I think you fixed that mini game, so maybe it won't be so bad.
I want someone to like make this like comic book universe that's like all these superheroes with like powers that like seem terrible and like as a joke, but then they manage to make them like somehow work. Like Captain Hindsight, for example, could be like overwhelmed in a situation and then like immediately like an hour or so after be able to like deduce everything that just happened and then be able to like watch footage of like an event or whatever and see like the criminal do like the same thing and then in the future know exactly how to take him on because he just knows his movements.
So Batman.
I like that.
It's Batman.
Yeah, I mean it's like Batman except he's poor and sus.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
He's unpopular because he keeps telling everyone
Yeah.
what they should have done, but
Yeah.
He comes to
He-
every
he-
fight
he's-
with some boxing
police
gloves.
love him.
He's like on that like comic universe's version of the Justice League and then like gets kicked off after like 3 weeks because everyone hates him.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this little bit of the fight.
Pit says, fun Y2K fact. The rap model for Y2K went through 73 redesigns and had a circa 9,200 hours dedicated to its production. Probably.
Yeah, that was the biggest reason the game took so long to come out. Originally, we wanted it to come out in 2016, but due to the obsession with making the rap model just...
I think the rat was probably like the second model I made, and then yeah, that's good.
I mean, we had the joke about the mole rats very early on. It was something that we thought was very silly, so we wanted to do it.
It's pretty spot on, to be honest, too, because it's definitely what I would expect to see in my high school.
So, don't forget that with Chandra, you can use spread item.
Yep.
And
Yes,
that's happened
okay.
already.
Yeah, I can see you guys
yes.
are a good little bit behind,
Okay,
unfortunately.
the like
Yeah, that's how far behind we are.
yes. Okay,
Um,
the god tier like combo for this game is to just have Rory always use pacifism, and then when he's taken like a lot of damage, use holy heal, and then like stat swap to like make his health go up, and then just have Chandra use like her spread item to use a PowerPoint restoring item on the entire party.
the impenetrable wall,
Yes,
basically, yeah. Let's
so good.
I think
thought-
I think you did a bang up job on these basic attack animations. They fit the characters so well.
Yes.
I may have already said that, a few hundred times, but still.
Yeah.
Alex!
Kitty says Brian sweating over a laptop, slamming the keyboard while working on the 45th redesign. What's really funny was we actually outsourced the directing on that particular model, so Brian took it out of his own hands, and we had a taskmaster who was very, very specific about the mole rats.
That's why I'd be sweating.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking to myself, like, I know Taskmaster is like just a general term, but I'm just thinking of like Taskmaster from Marvel Comics, like working on the model, and it's the funniest thing in the world to me.
Did
you know who that is, right?
In
Yeah,
case you haven't done it yet, use banish
when what? Sorry.
when the
Use
halos
banish
go up.
Ella.
When the halos show up?
Yeah, on the characters. It
Okay.
means that they're protected.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may have figured that out last time, but I sure wouldn't have done it this time. Might swap out Michael, because I like Bella better than Michael. I think she did good damage. Alright, let's see.
Look out for number
I
one.
actually think that like with this update, I think Michael's photo shoot is better than Alex's LP toss, at least in my personal experience.
He's been better this whole playthrough than the last time I played the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're not hurting it to swap out.
Whoa. Okay. For some reason it wasn't selecting, so I was just mashing the button. Now, okay, does this work on any enemy though? Like, can you just do this? Motherfucker.
You can do it, but it doesn't do anything, like, unless it's an entity. Like, you can go into the minigame, but what shows up is like a big, muscly blonde guy with sunglasses and a Speedo, and it just says not entity, and it doesn't banish things.
I've never used it unless there was a Soul Survivor, I guess, until now.
Yeah.
Kitty says the rat model was outsourced to Crytek for about 3 years. The entirety of Crytek was working on the rat model, and then Crytek 3 was made in a month. Out of all of the Y2K development headcanon I've heard, that's definitely my favorite.
Yeah, that's great.
so
I love
good.
that.
God.
And there's quite a bit of Y2K development headcanon out there.
Yeah, a lot of it's stupid. My words, not theirs. Don't get random. Excuse me.
How dare
random,
you? How dare you speak poorly of strangers on the internet? Get off my! Get out of here! Get out of here!
What? Strangers? Strangers on the internet? Oh no! People are saying mean things.
Oh man, that's I'd say a daily occurrence, but I'd say it's I'm gonna make a word for this. Maybe a secondly occurrence. It happens every second on the internet.
Yeah.
You can't stop it.
Every zeptosecond.
Every moment of every second, someone's screaming about something they don't like.
Alright, the internet could use like seatbelts and helmets, but we don't have that.
Dude, I like when they like announced like the new Pokemon games that are coming out, I was like so hyped, and like I like look at Twitter, like scroll up slightly, and the first thing I see is like someone bitching, and I'm like, okay, fuck you,
Yeah,
shut up. The game, it's just like the game isn't even close to being out, so just shut the fuck up.
there's a reason. Quite literally, all I do on Twitter is just say, "Hey, I'm going live,"
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
or
But,
like I'll retweet stuff of people I
Yeah.
support or like. That's about it.
yeah, like there's this guy Jay Schlatt. He like talked on a podcast. Like he's like he makes like dumb edgy jokes in his videos or whatever. So he's like Twitter like will cancel him like he's been canceled like 3 times over the like past 2 months, right? And like it just doesn't work on him because he just doesn't care. Like he'll like go on Twitter, reply to like some other big people for like content farming, and then do like nothing else. Like make a single joke tweet for the week and then log off.
Yeah, he's got more balls than
Wow.
I do. I quit my podcast because I was scared of Twitter.
Yeah.
My very successful podcast. I just gave it up for that. It's like I can't handle this bullshit. It's okay though. I'm back
Yeah.
from my beating. That's why I'm doing this.
You went to the internet and said, yes, more, please, harder this time.
Come on, I can take it.
I think we should take a moment to reflect on that. Was that 50 combo you just got right there on Alex's main minigame?
48.
Pretty good.
I'm proud of it. Yeah.
Highest I've ever gotten is like 98 or something.
With
And that was at the height of development. I couldn't do it now.
I can't remember. I used a turbo controller on my first playthrough.
shame.
It was literally just because I have the Split Pad Pro.
By the
And
way,
I just had a turbo button.
the irony of me
Oh,
saying
cool.
shame is that there's quite literally a assist mode in this game that lets you just hold down L and slow down time forever, so you can get quite a bit there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some
okay.
interesting stuff about that scene. Anyone have any observations about it?
Oh, I do.
You guys are behind, so I
What
don't
is
know
that?
exactly.
Hit me. Okay.
What I find great about that scene is everybody's staring at the van, but the only one who sees anything in that van is Alex.
Oh
And
yeah,
then he's immediately transported into space with the Essentia.
and it's never mentioned again.
But it's not that the Essentia was literally in the van. It's that, he literally got transported somewhere.
And it's like, oh man, there's a movie or something.
Also, I still love pointing out that this scene is literally just like one of the first concept arts for the game.
It's
This
great
was one
too.
of the like the first scene we ever wrote for the game. Like this was like the sort of like crux of the plot starts here, and came up with this first. So this was the first thing I had Bridget draw.
Pity says, first off, there's a robot in space.
A good observation, yeah.
But before that, he
It's
said, "Can we
also-
have a YiiK contest to see what the highest combo someone can get is?"
That'd be cool. We should just make an in-browser version of a battle that has like a high score thing on it. See what people can do.
Make a Flash version of Alex's beatdown.
Make it
Meh.
like a phone app.
Phone
Can't
app.
Unity? Doesn't Unity have like internet app options now?
I'm not
I think
sure.
it probably does. I'm pretty sure it does. I know it used to, then they changed what it was, but I think it's back now.
Welcome, Purple Comets.
I also love that this model of the Essentia 2000 is the one that's like really kind of broken up and messed up. But then the one we see for most of the game is just completely fine.
Now, is
Mhm.
there any particular reason this one's all destroyed?
Yes.
It probably went over my head, if I'm being honest. I
I
fall prey
feel
to
like
that a
that's
lot.
something we haven't even discussed in the Discord yet.
Well, we can
What,
discuss it
this
here.
scene?
No,
See what
I don't have much fun stuff to say about that right now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I got some stuff. Like, It involves a scene that nobody has gotten to actually.
Oh, okay.
Well, here's one thing I'm going to say. Every time Alex dreams of the Essentia, she's essentially in a hospital.
Right.
It is.
Oh, and there's wires and oh.
But what did
I mean, finish your thought. I think I know where you're.
No, that's all I was going to say about it.
Yeah,
As-
I was gonna say that like in almost all of the material surrounding the game, like the album artwork and the original cover artwork, is all has her in this state, not in the state that we see her later.
Right. She's always got the
Yeah,
broken
like sort of
face
like
and stuff.
a broken.
I think
Yeah.
even on the upcoming vinyl, which you can get at the Yeti, that's
Go ahead.
www.yiete.com.
YETEE.
There was an interesting claim that the Essentia just made about who she was. No one's ever discussed that, I've noticed.
I love when you go on Onism and then you see somebody posting about Nalia,
Andrew,
Mhm.
what,
and then
what?
other people in that thread go and say, "I've never heard of this Nalia person. Even looking it up online, I've never seen anything about this person."
Yeah.
Not.
Can you rewind these streams? I guess I can't.
I'm not so sure, to be honest.
It's okay.
But it will be
I'll
on
pull
YouTube.
I'll pull up in the script. I wanna point out something.
Okay. I didn't know if you knew the line off the top of your head, because
I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
why?
Yeah.
Are you high again?
They're canceling Dr. Seuss on Twitter.
As they should. Didn't he beat his wife or something?
Wait, did he? What?
Hold on. Yeah, she left him a suicide note.
Damn it.
Oh, he cheated on his wife. Yeah.
Why is it not?
Okay. They're not printing Dr. Seuss books anymore.
Oh, well, I'm sure they weren't the popular ones.
I'm sure we could write new books with similar morals if need be.
Dr.
Or
Seuss's
better,
wife
but
committed suicide because she cheated on him, and it was the note itself is amazing. Dear Ted, what has happened to us? I don't know. I feel myself in a spiral going down, down, down into a black hole from which there's no escape, no brightness, and loud in my ears from every side I hear failure, failure, failure. And like if you start noticing when you're reading this, it has a similar writing pattern to like a Dr. Seuss poem.
I feel like there's a green eggs and ham joke somewhere in this.
Yeah, it's rough,
well,
but it's
that
like
sounds really sad.
it's really sad.
why do you feel that
Yeah.
So let's talk about the face that the Essentia's making that we're standing on.
Oh, we're just gonna. Okay.
I love the metal teeth.
Yeah, the metal teeth.
Is that what that is?
I also
Metal.
love how I made a different nose for it.
Man,
Yeah, I
that's
was about to
literally
say, I
metal.
love this note. So completely different.
It's
Yeah.
honestly one of the trippier parts of the game, and it looks great. To be honest.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm standing on a Satangram.
Pentagram, yeah. I always thought this area was like really creepy when I
It's
first
Andrew
saw it.
again.
Good. I'm glad it's
Or-
creepy.
or-
Yeah, this is supposed to be creepy.
Or maybe
Yeah,
it's not
no, like-
actually.
It's just like all the eyes. Like with me, like anything with eyes just really disturbs me. I don't know why.
I'm disturbed by the corpses vomiting up rainbow cords.
I mean that's whatever. But like
That's what. Yeah, that's fine. I'm used to that.
So you mean to say that Ella and Sammy share the same
yeah, but like I don't know. It's like just stuff with like a lot of eyes. Just I don't know, and like stuff going near eyes. Like this one scene that I saw like on Pinterest in like 3 FPS. Someone posted like like 3 FPS GIF of like the scene in the Corpse Party anime where like one guy stabs a chick's eye out or something.
Oh man, dude,
And like I don't.
Corpse
Yeah.
Party. Uh, I tried to get into that like in high school, but I watched like one
I
Let's
don't
Play, and all
I
that
don't blame
screaming,
you.
I could not handle every other line being a girl squealing. Like that was just
Yeah,
too much.
that's fair.
You can inspect the water tank.
These?
Oh, with the
Yeah.
essential.
The tanks with all the things in them.
Is that the essential one?
No, the ones with the robots in them. Yeah.
Alex almost threw up.
I
Okay.
feel like we never use that yellow color on any of the text.
I don't think you
No,
do.
I think that's the only time it shows up, except for like on Anna's forums. But
I think it also shows up a couple times when they're mentioning
Okay,
something.
It probably does. I hope it does.
Is it
The essential
weird that I'm
MK.
getting like Evangelion vibes from this?
No, that's definitely not weird.
Probably on purpose.
I mean, Y2K
Oh.
is just an Evangelion fan game anyway.
I could see that.
almost told my aunt that. I almost told her that.
What's
Does your aunt like watch Evangelion?
She was the one who got me to watch Evangelion.
I do.
Wow, that's fucking incredible.
That's actually really weird, and I wouldn't have expected that. But I do have to ask, um, what this? Like, what's going on with this?
Well, those are circuit boards.
Yeah.
Circuit boards, candles. So I'm seeing like some cyber Nancy kind of stuff going on, or something along those lines. The
I like all the baby heads inside the masses.
Oh, I just noticed that. Oh, thanks.
And I like how all the masses are basically just temples.
We're gonna see another baby head. Well, not head, but baby in a second.
Oh god, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you know what I'm talking about.
That scene, like, yeah, when I first saw that, I was like, okay.
Actually, what level or what can I do? I might be able to level up here. 2 levels.
My one request is that after you get the item from that scene, double check where you get it from, because the image that results from it is hilarious.
Okay. Will do. I don't think I did that my first playthrough, so.
Yeah, no, it's screenshot worthy of how good it is.
So we're here now in Alex's other mine dungeon. I think it's probably appropriate to say, right?
Yeah.
Andrew's like, not even close. Wait, that's 2
Hellkrai's
levels.
Hellkrai's like 4 parallel universes ahead of us.
Actually, wait a minute. I think I can get the stats, I just can't move forward, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
So to talk about YiiK, plays Mario music, we need to talk about parallel universe. What song is that? Is it...
What?
I don't know.
Wait, no. The game crashed. No.
Oh no.
I'm glad I saved
Oh,
in the
no.
other room. It would be great if you'd send it to the developer. Do I need to send this folder? Okay.
I don't even know what it generated for you. So.
It was just like a date, basically. It basically said, screw you. Get out. So, let me try this again. On the bright side, I think I saved in the room right before that one, so we should be good. These things happen, folks. These things happen. Can we see it on stream? Let me check. Yeah, we're good.
I see it now.
Should be good. Wait.
Where's the...
Motherfucker.
Reminder to save often.
You know, it's funny that happens. I was just questioning,
no.
like, yeah. I was just questioning, like, why there was a a telephone in the first room of the Ascension dungeon, and then there was a telephone in the second room, and then this happened. So, yeah, fuck me.
Yeah.
Hit the button as fast as you can.
Well, now you know.
What do I know?
I feel like we just went back.
We went back in time. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
And before Hellkrai says time travel is possible in Y2K.
Time travel is possible in Y2K.
Oh God.
You've said that like so many times, and you absolutely refuse to elaborate on what you mean by that every single time.
I refuse to elaborate on a lot of things.
Yeah, I know, and that's the most frustrating thing about talking
I'm
to you
honestly
about
not
this
sure I
game.
can comment on that now.
Yeah, I think we shouldn't.
Jeez.
Damn.
Well, JT, if you could ever have me explain one thing to you, what would it be?
What the hell Evangelion actually is about?
So, Evangelion.
No, don't do this right now. No.
I actually wrote up like a small synopsis in the Discord one day.
I really thought you were about to say for school, and I was about to say, I wish I had fucking time to write stuff like that in school.
Oh.
They'd give me an F for that. Like, why are you writing about anime? What the hell's wrong with you? The hell's Evangelion?
What is
Neon
what is
Genesis
this?
Evangelion.
What is this? What is this neon
The scene
genesis Evans Gay Lion?
Oh.
The scene opens on Shinji Ikari. He just got a letter from his
59 hits.
Go for 60. Aw.
Yeah, I was real close.
69 hits is
I
the
don't-
go.
I don't know if Andrew's BRBing or not, but
Here.
okay. Someone asked that thing you sent me through. Oh, that's between you
Oh
guys.
no, I just responded. I responded in the chat. Since it was such a personal
Yeah.
thing, I'd have to then explain to
That's
DMs.
that's all you. The second I saw DMs, I was just like,
Regard-
wait a minute. I feel like,
In
oh
regards
damn it.
Yeah, now banish this.
Yep, vanish. I didn't even see the halos.
Banish.
Sure, I'll just swap them back in.
I love saying things that shouldn't be true, but are true.
Like what?
Somebody was talking about SMT. and they
Giraffes
went,
have short
"Undertale's
necks."
my favorite SMT game.
Oh. You know what? While we're here, in probably the only fight so far where I've had to swap characters out a few times. Kudos to RPGs with multiple, well, I guess you'd say more characters than you can have on screen, letting you swap people out in the middle of battle. That should just be like a normal thing.
Yes. That
Yeah.
should- yeah.
A
Default.
lot of them like to also do this thing where like swapping characters takes up your turn, and it is so nice to have a game where that's not the case.
Yeah, this
Yes.
this and FF10 are the kings of that, I think.
Like
Yeah, you don't really see it a lot. It's kind of strange.
yeah, or like how changing Chandra's stance doesn't take up the turn either. I like that.
Also, speaking of FF10, screw the side quests in that game. God, I hate the end game part of that game.
Oh, I don't do the side quests in that game.
It's not worth it. It's just not. It's not worth doing. It's kind of worth doing to beat Jekt easier, I guess, but that's about it.
That's the one with Titus, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with my boy. Ha ha
I
ha.
Pity asks what everyone's opinion on Yuffie's cool new Moogle cloak is. It's awesome. I'm so
I think
excited
it's
about
sick.
that.
It's interesting.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's a cool design.
You know what? I guess to kind of segue a little bit, I do kind of wonder. I can't really talk about the
Aw,
ending of
it's cute.
FF7R without really spoiling what happens, but for everyone here, I kind of wonder how they plan to sort of reconcile what happens in FF7R with any sort of future DLC like that, if that makes any sense. I don't know how I can really say anything else without spoiling sort of kind of what happens.
I just love the similarities between the ending of FF7R and the ending of, or elements of Y2K's ending.
Yeah.
I can see that, yeah.
I can't believe you plagiarized a game that hadn't come out yet.
Yeah.
How
And
dare
I completely forgot to put it on the reference page too.
piece of shit.
And that's what we're talking about. That's how time travel's possible in Y2K. We can plagiarize stuff that has yet to be released.
You can do things you can't even dream of.
You guys like accidentally managed to like code time travel through your game, and you're like, well, shit. What are we gonna do with this?
Well, that was actually Brian's first original sin.
61.
The first.
It's a bug. It's not a feature.
Guys, I just did almost 400 damage.
Yeah.
Heyo.
That was sick.
Yeah. Now you
Really
guys
good
wouldn't
at that
believe
boss.
how
Please just
you guys wouldn't believe how long it took for us to get Britney out of 1976.
Why? What the hell?
Or that time we accidentally sent Chris to 2080.
I have no interest in FF7R until there's a proper turn-based battle system. Oh, you
I mean,
say
it
that?
technically has
and-
that turn-based mode, but I think it's a pretty good battle system. I gotta say.
I think it has the best action RPG battle system of all
Right,
time.
right. And I was gonna say exactly that. And this is not arguable. Play the game, and you will agree. Trust me, and trust Andrew.
Yeah,
knows what he's
Ash,
talking
I
about.
think while I think
In.
there's definitely something awesome about the original turn-based battle system. They do a really good job of making the action combat feel like there's some elements of turn-based to it. So
I
I would also say, after having played it without spoiling anything, I don't believe that it set out to be a replacement for the original.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I think that it's probably one of the most poorly named games of all time. I would say.
Yeah,
Well,
I would agree with that.
Final Fantasy VII Remake is interesting because I wonder if maybe instead of it being like, like when they remake a video game, you expect a one-to-one remake. They redo
Right.
every shot, and it's like a sort of update, but it's not from the ground up. But when someone
Unless you're a
remakes them-
Pokemon fan.
yes. But if you remake a movie, you don't expect them to use the same exact camera angles and stuff. But, like
Right.
the
That's-
Final Fantasy VII Remake is a whole up like a straight reimagining of that entire story. Like the best way for me to think about it is like if Final Fantasy VII was a book, Final Fantasy VII Remake is the HBO adaptation, and they're dragging it out over multiple seasons. They're developing it enough that it works.
That's a good way to put that.
Oh.
And
well,
hot,
Yeah.
maybe this is a hot
But
take. I
calling
don't know.
Calling
but-
it a remake is
go ahead.
like calling the Evangelion movies a remake of the show.
It really, from what I know, it really is.
Yes.
Outside of like a couple of pacing issues in FF7R, dude, they made the Midgar stuff actually interesting to me. And that's
There
not to
was
say
no
that it
longer
was
mid-
ever really. It's not to say it was ever
it's
really
no
like.
longer Midgar.
So the
What?
first thing you should do is save when you're done with this part.
Yeah.
Just in case.
No, I second that. I thought I did save over here.
I think you just went into the mine dungeon.
If you
Yeah.
people didn't put Satan grams in this room, it wouldn't have crashed. I'm telling you.
Satan grams. It sounds like a fucking like snack food that they hand out at the Church of Satan.
Bro, I'm trying to get me some Snake and Graham.
Snaten grams. Hey.
They're actually Full Metal Alchemist alchemy symbols, I'll have you know. They're trying to make a Philosopher's Stone up in this bitch.
Part of me sort of
Well-
believes that's like part of the inspiration.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes.
There's a lot of
Oh,
anime influence, I think, in this particular area.
Yeah, definitely.
I
well,
think
I mean, it is a J-inspired RPG.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that for such a creepy dungeon, all the enemies are just really goofy.
Yeah,
I love it.
I love that.
Agreed. Last time
Yeah,
I saw
we
that.
have-
I like.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna
Okay.
say that Brian actually made 6 new enemies just in the past week for 1.5.
Nice.
So this is what I
Yeah.
used to do.
Up in the toilet.
They were all
And
the
then he-
coolest enemies in the game.
Oh
I
shit,
think
that's
in
fast.
Toilet, and then he shoots out the poo.
Nice. I can't wait for the goths to come back. Like the sexy goths from Alpha.
Did
Oh,
anyone
yeah.
see SIFU from the new state of play? I don't know what that is. What's SIFU?
Oh, it was this Sifu
Oh
it's the
yeah.
Kung Fu game or something. Yeah, it looked super cool.
Did you say Kung Fu?
Yes. Hey,
Yo,
best
what's up, Chloe? James.
What's up? If you said Kung Fu, that's actually the Chinese word for teacher, so.
Yeah, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I thought it
It
was
is
like
Kung
an anagram or something. Yeah, no, I didn't see that. Urban Kung Fu beat 'em up. I'll check
yeah,
it
looked
out.
really-
Beat 'em ups are like I have a love-hate relationship with beat 'em ups because like I love them, but I also like am frustrated by them.
Yeah. My
like, I mean-
biggest issue with beat 'em ups is anytime you get in between two enemies, like it just
Two
I
like
struggle.
large enemies especially. Like I played Golden Axe and I was loving Golden Axe and like
Oh,
the
Golden
2
Axe
big
was good,
guys
though.
came up and I was the two big guys came up and I was like, okay, never mind, I don't like this game.
Yeah, but this is like a 3D beat 'em up style game, so
Oh, like the 3D ones. Okay, those ones I like a little bit more.
we're talking like
Yeah, like, this is like a-
God
I
Hand.
don't know how I feel about 2D beat 'em ups anymore. Like I'll still always love Final Fight,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
don't know.
2D beat 'em ups are kind of hard for me. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. River City Girls is a lot of fun.
I still need to play that, dude. I've been
I feel
wanting
like-
to play that forever.
The River City games kind of always add like that extra element
Yeah, the
of
Kunio.
experience points.
The RPG
Which-
elements.
Yeah, which could
Yeah.
be good and bad depending on your taste.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean,
Um,
for me, like anything that says like it has RPG elements is like, okay, I gotta buy that at some point. But
so like every game now, basically, or
yeah, except that like I'm poor, so I can't afford like most things.
Oh,
and I
no,
don't ha-
I have to say this. Pity says the best beat 'em up is Condemned Criminal Origins, where you beat the hell out of crackheads.
I don't know what it is, I'll have to Google that.
Oh, that's dude, that's like
Fuck, it's the era game.
that's like a one of the first big Xbox 360 games. It was a horror sort of kind of survival game, but he's right, it's a beat 'em up. You just sit there and crack, like pipes over crackheads. That's how that whole game goes.
Anyone played Golden Axe? I played Golden Axe, Chloe.
Yeah, I played Golden Axe back in the
original
day.
Golden Axe.
I have like one of those like Sega Genesis like
Oh,
plug and
like
play
a-
con.
like
So,
your
so like
finger.
yeah, like so it's probably not like the best version of it, but I still played it.
Ash says I need to
I
look
have a
this game up.
pretty
That sounds
bad version
hilarious.
of it. It was on a Game Boy Advance cartridge that was found
no.
like in a parking lot, just like on the ground.
Was it one of
Oh,
those
yeah.
like
And
101
it
kind of
load-
things?
It actually has to load.
Oh
and
jeez.
It's not good. The frame rate's bad. It also has Echo the Dolphin on it.
Beautiful.
I think it's like the Sega
Okay.
Smash Pack or something.
Pity's in here trolling. Wait, did anyone play Sonic the Fighter? Is probably the best fighting game of all time. Get out.
Sonic Fighters. No, I'm gonna
I-
play the new Guilty Gear though. That looks like a good fighter.
I cannot believe that like they like made a character solely for that game and then like they didn't put it in and then
Oh,
they put
Honey?
it on Xbox Live. Yeah. When they
Honey
put it
is
on
actually
Xbox.
from Virtua Fighter.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
So much hate or shake my head. This dude ain't got taste. Yeah. Yeah. Well.
I didn't know that. Like, oh wait, is she? Wait, so is she just like a furry version of like an actual Virtua Fighter character?
I mean, aren't they all furry versions of something?
No,
I mean,
you
I
guys
don't
are
know.
missing out on when you could play as the Hornet from Daytona, USA in a fighting game.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I
Good
heard
times.
about that. I heard about that. Yeah.
What was that?
But Pity says, but you don't even headbang to Sonic R OST. You mean the one song?
Fighters Mega Mix. That's what it was.
Well, I just got a notification from Restream. Congratulations, you've received 100 messages today. Thanks, everybody. I guess.
That's cool.
That is. I mean, that is kind of cool.
Yes.
Just didn't really expect that. I guess. Sort of random.
I see. Who is messaging?
No, but I do appreciate each and every one of you. Trust me.
Pity, I've never heard Sonic R's entire soundtrack. I haven't really. I played Sonic Mania, but other than that, I haven't played any other Sonic game besides like the original and Adventure 2 Battle.
You
Which
should
has a
listen to Sonic R soundtrack.
I could
Sonic R the
never.
racing game?
Sonic R is a racing game, yeah.
Is that the one where they're racing with carts, or the one where they're running on their feet?
Where they're running on
It's
their
the one
feet.
where
It was like the
everyone
Sega
is running
Saturn.
except
that game
one
looks.
character.
That game looks cool.
It is. It's
It
very
looks
cool.
super broken from what I've seen too.
Cool,
Hey,
he
does anyone
says.
Remember, there was a PS2 racing game where you're like animals, like a zebra and stuff like that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Running Wild. That was on the PS1.
Yeah.
That game was cool.
That was cool, actually.
Yeah, it had something going on.
I also
Yeah.
liked 2 Extreme.
Too extreme.
Too
I
ex-
don't think I've seen that
That's a
one.
great game on the PS1.
What about on the
Actually,
PS3?
like a lot of
you
people
had
don't like that
Tokyo
game. I did
Jungle.
like. Apparently, it got like mad reviews at the time, but I don't know. I played it not too long ago. It's pretty good.
Shit.
There
I
was
got-
like this.
Oh, wow.
There was like this alien tie-in game that I've heard was actually pretty good, and it was on like PS1 or something, and it used like the like FPS control scheme that like Halo would like make the standard, and like the reviews for it were like, oh, this is so terrible, this is such an awkward control scheme, and it's so funny looking back on those old reviews.
Rascal Racers. I see someone is a what's his name? Kid Icarus fan. Because I never heard of that game until I watched his videos. That was his first
Oh,
video.
Cat Icarus. I thought you said Kid Icarus, and I was like, wait, what?
Same thing. I mean, you
Yo,
know.
people like Kid Icarus?
Dude, I like Uprising.
I have Uprising on the 3DS, but I cannot. I just couldn't play it the way they were wanting me to play
Dude,
it.
I don't blame you at all for
I
that.
always wanted to get that game. I never did.
Yeah.
You can get it on the
If
3DS
you
for
do
like
play
20
it,
bucks.
you need a stand to play it.
Oh
Play it
God, that's too much.
Play
man.
it with the stand. Like it's good, but you need a stand to play it because of like how intense it can get. Like
Oh.
All right.
What kind of stand? How would I?
like well, I mean, it like came bundled with a stand. Funnily
Wild.
enough. Yeah. But like yeah, it's basically just this thing to like hold up the like 3DS so that way you can just press the buttons and not have to worry about it.
I feel like coming with some kind of a prop to hold up the console sounds like more. That's more like a DS kind of a shenanigan, not really a
Yeah.
3DS kind of a.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's like it's so like weird. I remember like I've only played through it like once because of just how like intense it was. Like I love the game, but like by the end of it, I was like, okay, I have arthritis in both hands now.
Sick.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll try to track down a copy someday.
Yeah, I found like my copy at like a GameStop that was like in 2014, and I think the game came out in like 2013 or something. Ugh. I always found it interesting that like only one of these characters here has like a voice.
There's a common link between these characters that I don't think I've ever seen anyone point out.
Is it like they all seem to have like depression or something.
Well, I mean, they all do seem to have depression, but that wasn't what I was thinking about.
Ah, I see.
I want to see if the
Well,
one of the two experts
I'll
can
have to
figure it
look
out.
at it.
There's a few things that are odd about them. Like, for some reason, at the end of all of their discussions, they all seem to like kind of break down and stop behaving normally.
Yeah.
Could it be because the Essentia is taking over them for a second, or
Who
just a thought?
knows?
Just a thought. But yeah, I figured I'd let the experts figure that one out.
I will also leave it to the experts.
And I am not one of the experts, so you know, don't look at me.
This is what I was talking about earlier, by the way. This is the part
I
that
could
I
see
always,
getting snippy.
yeah. Like I just didn't see the cracks, like when I first played through this,
What
like
do
the
we-
first 2 times.
I'm so confused. What are we doing here?
You have to use base drop on his face.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, no, that's Don't I got stuck on that a lot too.
Oh yeah.
Ah, yes, arson.
Time to set some leaves on fire in the backyard. This is how we do. Maybe. Okay.
I like how you're like, yo, let's set some leaves on fire in the backyard, and it literally says, "Do not try this at home."
I think I once did that to like a Sex and the City poster I found in our attic once, just because it's like, oh, cool, fire! Oh, cool, show I probably don't like. Yeah, fuck this thing. Gotta love being a teenager.
I like I have like candles, and like sometimes I'll like just like stare at it and go like, okay, but like what if?
What if what?
I'm also yeah. I don't know. That sounded like really bad, but like I don't know. Like okay, I'm the kind of person that you don't want to go camping with, not because I'll complain about how like I don't like camping, but because when the fire actually starts, I'll just sit there and stare at it the entire time and not do anything else.
You know, it's funny that you say that. We have this guy who's in our Valheim. Oh god, it's $200 damn dollars. Triple A it is. Oh, fuck. But yeah, we have this guy in our Valheim Let's Play who yesterday we were taking on the second boss, and the whole time he was trying to set literally everything on fire. Luckily, you can't do that in that game. You can't set anything on fire in that game except for enemies. But he was really trying. He was worrying me, to say the least.
Reminds me of like how like for like 3 seasons they had this running joke in like Beavis and Butthead where like one of the two would always say fire, 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 and like set something on fire.
See, that was one of the shows I
and then,
missed
like,
out on.
Yeah, and then like some like kid like set like their house on fire, and like the media blamed Beavis and Butthead for it. So like MTV was like, okay, you can't have them say that anymore. So then for like the rest of the show's runtime, they would just have him say things that like sound similar to the word fire in the same way.
Liar.
Like they were like they were working at like a fast food place or whatever, and like they were like messing around with like the fryers, and he just goes, haha, fryer, fryer, fryer.
Pretty funny.
So
Yeah.
I think this might be a typo, but Purple Comment says mine dung wongception. I don't know what that means, but there it is.
I think they mean that you're in a mine dungeon.
I think they meant to say dungeonception.
Well, it's interesting because you go to a lot of mine dungeons within mine dungeons inside of Y2K.
That is true. I think, yeah, because we get to a point where we can go to Alex's after this one. I want to say it's like a hallway. It's been a long.
You also go well. I don't know how much of a spoiler stream this should be or not. I guess it is supposed to be
It's up to you.
commentary.
Yeah.
So, like, fair warning. I want to spoil some Y2K stuff here. I mean, you're currently in Alex's mind dungeon.
Yeah.
Not currently. When you're in the Essentious mind dungeon, you are in Alex's mind dungeon as well.
That's why
Yeah.
it's so jacked up looking.
This right here is Alex's mind dungeon as well.
Yes.
Is it shared though? Like, is that the?
So how
It's
do you
just
enter
one
your
mind dungeon. But it's a delusion that keeps them separated. It's like two parts of the brain, trying to find ways not to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
again.
cognitive dissonance, basically.
Right. It's a narrative that's been created
Right.
to sort of compartmentalize these sort
Okay.
of feelings about the character's self.
Yes. Like, I mean, okay, since we're doing about this, like, now, like, one thing that I noticed that, like, sort of, like, hints to that is, like, the scene with, I don't know if JT got the severed arm already.
I got the leg here.
Okay, yeah. If you, well, then, we can just go get the severed arm right now, then, because I think that's, like, right next.
Is that down
Up,
here?
it's the
I think?
easiest thing to do. But, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's that one down there. No, oh, no, the other one. Okay, never mind.
Where you going?
Oh yeah, if you go back,
Oh, these down here. Okay.
Yeah, the other ones.
I knew I wasn't remembering
Those
that
ones.
wrong.
Yeah.
Coco Comet says, "So is this like the dark side of his mind?" I think that it's more complex than that. It's
Right.
more layers of grandiosity and delusion. It's like black and white, good and evil.
I think at one point you said that Essentia's mind is at level 100 or something in the YiiK score.
I like how that says Alex spotted something as he's sitting there looking down at like the dead fetus deal. That's
When I first saw the trailer for Death Stranding, I was so worried that this sort of imagery was going to happen in the game, and people were going to say we stole it. And then I was happy that it wasn't the case. That there's nothing like that in Death Stranding.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's my favorite character.
Yeah. Oh, hey, go back to that. Go back to that scene. Real quick.
okay.
dead
I
owl.
finished this.
You guys are
Yeah,
fine,
the dead
so
owl.
I'm in a fight.
Yeah.
So I'll go back after this.
Yeah. Like I like that scene a lot because it's like they're the Essentia and Alex are the same person. So like, it's like essentially showing like self-hatred in a visual form. I think.
But the baby bit I don't really understand. That kind of threw me off. I'll be honest.
Yeah, that one I'm still trying to decipher. Like,
Well, I mean, if we're gonna be like
God.
continue with like the Freud themes and the way that minds work in this game, I mean, there definitely is, the inner child that's been killed.
Yes.
Oh, like the
into
death
Alex
of innocence
is
kind of
like-
thing. That's what he was.
Yeah, I mean, Alex is, everything with Alex is, based in nostalgia and really living in the past and like.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I always found it creepy that like he looks at you sort of like in the battle menu.
Oh, where he kind of side eyes you.
Yeah, he kind of looks at you through like the side of his eye.
Oh, like from the side view where it's his turn. He does that. I didn't even know.
Yeah, like when you're about to select his action, he kind of like looks directly at you.
That's really cool.
You'll
Actually.
see it here in a sec. I think. If you don't take this guy out.
Oh, I took him out.
Yeah, you did.
Coco Comments asks about our inspiration for the dungeon's aesthetic. I mean, I think the biggest thing was we wanted it to feel off. We wanted there to sort of be like a sort of dissonance between what the game was showing or what Essentia was telling
That's
you
what
about.
I wanted you to see. That's a
Oh.
screenshot worthy image. The
Already.
nothing here. The nothing here that like pops up. That's what I wanted to show you.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
realize
it
that the
reminds
text
me-
had changed. But now that you bring it up, I think I did that.
I
last
think I
time
remember
played.
visually like some of the creepier stuff in Berserk. I think I was thinking of at the time.
Yeah, definitely Full Metal
great.
Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist for sure.
and then you know, probably like not explicitly, but probably Yumi Nikki in some ways.
Yeah.
I can see that.
You mean Nikki? I've yet to play that game
It's pretty cool. You should check it out.
or whatever the hell
It
it
was
is.
definitely one of our influences for sure.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of spin-offs and fan games of Yume Nikki as well that looked interesting. I just again I've never played the original, so I've yet to.
Yeah.
I don't know, like just hearing that it's more or less this. I don't want to say walking simulator, but LSD dream simulator style thing.
It's an RPG without combat.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting way to put that. Comb. I forget what the comb's for though.
For the matted hair.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's like this.
You just, oh, I thought you just bombed it away.
Brian, help. Okay. Say it's not letting me pick it up.
Are you pressing?
Oh, there it goes.
It's
You
good.
got
It's
it.
good now.
Oh, okay.
It-
I'll have to take a look at that.
It's fine. I think it was just a weird spot. Hey, look, it's our good friend, the Y2K
ECW.
1.5 teaser villain.
I think that one thing that's interesting about that scene with Alex earlier when he's looking in the thing and he says there's nothing to see here is it's kind of similar to the scene that we had earlier when you go talk to the soul survivor in his house and he's just like, yeah, there's nothing here.
Yep.
And then he immediately goes, yeah, so I know what we saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of it is I mean, the whole game is about Alex and his inability to accept reality as it is.
Yeah.
And the broken reality is a metaphor for sort of like the cognitive dissonance between what he expects life to be and what life actually is, and his own massive ego sort of gives him this expectation that he should have this grand adventure. So instead of, you know, like actually going on with life and living as a good adult, he just kind of, you know, starts fighting windmills.
Something I've noticed is like
Fighting
no,
windmills.
Don Quixote. It's a reference to that.
Don Quixote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that I've noticed that I haven't really seen anyone else point out is that like even like when you go into a battle, like the transition screen is literally reality breaking. Like,
Oh yeah,
like,
the crack in the
yeah, the crack animation. It's like literally a symbol that reality is breaking into the battle scene.
So, funnily enough, and I think you're right, but I think visually, and I guess they'll correct me if I'm wrong, but if you go back and look at some pretty early footage of the intro of this game, I think that's really all they had at that point. You'll notice that it was a very different game, as well as the intro screen being sort of like a FF10 style intro screen.
Oh, where you have all the different characters' weapons.
Right,
sort of lined up.
and I was gonna say I think maybe the battle, the little crack in the screen there, I think that was probably inspired by that as well, maybe because that's basically the same thing that happens in FF10.
Well, I think Lost Odyssey might also do the screen breaking thing, like a kind of common RPG.
Yeah, I haven't seen Lost. Or I played it like maybe 10 years ago. I really wish they would re-release that game.
Yeah, it's a really great game. It'd be awesome for Game Pass.
Shoot.
So here's an interesting thing. So why is the golden alpaca here inside of Alex's / the Ascension's mine dungeon?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I believe last
Yeah,
time.
what did he just say?
This is no
Yeah,
one-
he just. What is that dialogue?
cares about your sister right now? We almost just died ourselves.
That was in the sewer.
No one cares about your sister right now? We almost just died ourselves.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. So, a few sessions ago, there's a scene where he's hanging out in Alex's house, and he says something along the lines of like, "Why do you look so calm, looking at an abomination of yourself?" In the basically like there's an extra copy of you in this world. Why are you so, you know, flippant about it?
Stare in awe.
Yeah.
And I think he
Stare.
was
Yeah,
talking about himself. I could be wrong though.
I liked the fact that like he just shows like after you beat him, he just shows up like at random points to like mock and belittle Alex.
I did grab everything I need from here, right? Sorry, I'm kind of.
You can
Yeah.
bob that wall back there.
Yeah, that's what the cracks on it are meant for.
Oh.
To represent.
I thought those were vines. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't worry. I had that same problem too.
So the line is: you look at an illegal copy of yourself. Do not gape in awe. Stare in horror at the atrocity before you. And he is talking to Alex, and he's talking about the Soul Survivor, which is a parallel version of Alex
Yes.
that is trying to get him to go to the radio tower, and Alex just interprets that as it wanting him to play the record.
Yeah.
It's nothing that's ever actually asked of Alex.
Right, and I meant to ask you about that when it came up, but I think there was a bunch of conversation going on, and I just didn't want to get in the way of that, you know. But I probably should have in retrospect. Speaking of sisters, this dungeon. Wait, hold on. Can't read text. Damn it. Speaking of sisters, this dungeon has one of the only appearances of Alex's sister in the entire game. Not so sure that's his sister.
Does he even have a sister?
I don't think he does.
Yeah, her name is Chandra.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
I mean, that sounds like a joke. Well,
It is true.
I've got the best not joke jokes.
Alex be like, my best friend is my sister.
I do believe there are some different versions of Alex in here, if not a bunch of different versions.
Well, wouldn't they all be different versions of Alex? Considering this is Alex's mind dungeon.
Yeah, I suppose that's true, but then like Yuzu is so weirdly different. Like it's just
Yeah, Yuzu is like an outlier.
yeah, he
I
felt
think.
like an invader, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
Think
Yuzu
about-
is just punished venom, Alex.
I'm sorry, what?
Is I mean, think about the other mind dungeon you explore in this game, Vela's mind dungeon. What rules do we see there about people other than yourself appearing?
I never thought about it like that.
They have to be close, I think, right?
Well, I mean, the question becomes like, so you
up.
see Vela's father, you see Vela's manager. Are those literally them, or is it just some sort of personal
Character.
understanding of that character and the effect they had on your mind?
Yeah.
Kind of like the scenes we see in Alex's mind dungeon with the crow.
Yes.
Are those actually those people, or are they just representations of those people?
Hey, look, I gotta go away for a while. I don't know when I'm coming back.
It's a pretty good impression.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Kind of impressive.
Thanks. I just have a naturally deep voice.
I can tell someone's a YiiK fan in here.
Ew, gross. Get out of there.
That's yeah. No, that's probably my favorite scene in the Mind Dungeon, aside from like the interactions with the librarian. I'd say.
I think after we get through this section, I'm gonna probably have to pop off,
Okay.
and then we can. You guys can keep playing, of course, but if you want, we can finish this next week.
Yeah, sure thing. man.
Cool. Actually, now that you've mentioned it, I wanna. Does anyone have like any scene that Crow narrates? I want to try and see like how good of an impression I can actually do if you have it pulled up.
YouTube probably does.
Yeah, I mean like just in text form.
Oh.
Yeah, I
No,
might have that. Hold
maybe.
on.
Okay. Yeah, if
about
you
to
just send
say.
it in the chat, I'll try and see how good of an impression I can actually do.
Yeah, see, they thought that this was Alex's sister. But if you look at
Very
the
familiar, and
look at the
also
tie and
a
the shirt.
ginger.
Yeah.
I love her text though.
Yeah,
This is nothing. Okay.
yeah, that's so good.
I wonder if I can. I probably
If
shouldn't.
you ever want to see more of her, play the game and then say that
There's a way to.
don't pick the
The more feminine form.
Yeah, pick the more feminine
Can I
form.
cheat this? Damn it! I can't cheat it. They fixed it. I think.
Pick the non-buff form.
Yeah, they fixed that, sadly. I used the cheat by doing that as well.
Granted, if I didn't know the solution, I don't really think it mattered to begin with. So. Because I still spend a good bit of time on this puzzle.
This is one I haven't really memorized either, unfortunately.
We're screwed.
Yeah, I think J-Ray made his Fem Alex based off of that. Alex.
Yeah.
Who's
think
J-Ray exactly? I remember y'all mentioning him last time.
The Japanese artist.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they're really good.
God, you get so many spins from that Ultimate LP. Get out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna post this in just into the chat.
Okay, cool.
Pick this
Sure.
one for a very specific reason.
Okay, we'll
Yes.
let you do that. Have fun. I won't
Okay.
interrupt.
Well, first I should begin by saying the fight between you and the Mind Dungeon. Back the Mind Dungeon. For all intents and purposes, the Mind Dungeon is the only thing that truly exists. Everything else is just shattered fragments of time and matter, floating in the soul space. How was that?
Not too bad. It wasn't a one-to-one read of what Damon did, but a general idea of the
Yeah.
characters there.
Yeah.
You were definitely a lot closer with the dad.
Yeah, well, it's just because I like the dad one more.
That's good.
Hey.
It's
look.
also a more memorable and paid attention to line, I think, and it's in the song.
Yes, that is. Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah,
I also find
I'm
it.
really
I
happy
also
with
find it.
now.
Yeah, I also find it really interesting that like that song has like his dad talking, but like some of the things that he says come from like things the librarian says actually.
It's
It
a
can
good
be-
observation.
Yeah,
I'll
it can be.
I'll try the bug
overwhelming,
one more time, Ash.
never knowing if
after
you're
this.
making the right choice.
Ash said to.
Did
do
I
it at the
screw
very
up?
edge.
Fucking love it.
Oh, I don't need to do that.
Yeah, I wonder why that is. Why is it that his dad would say something about that when it's like a character that represents Alex chasing an unobtainable woman?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you have Andrew? Do you have the dad scene pulled up?
Not easily. I had to open up the Japanese translation document, and there's so
Oh.
many lines in this game.
No,
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
That's
There's
fair.
5,709 lines of translated text.
Do you have like the control whatever that lets you search through all the text?
Sounds good.
If you can, then you can just look up "Hey, look" or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I got it.
Okay, cool. I'll try that one.
Guess I'm not using that door right now.
If you want to send it in the Discord, so that way it's easier to like have it all in one thing.
Oh yeah, especially because you can't post anything that long in
Yeah. In Twitch. Yeah.
Oh wow, even in
Oh yeah, quite a few
Even
people
in
have pointed out
Discord?
that Easter egg. I even asked Cheryl one time when she was messing around uh, with the dump of the game. I was like, "You should zoom in. I want a better screenshot."
Oh, I'm glad someone noticed that.
Yeah, I love it. I'm just like, yeah. I just need to see it better. I want, I want to see them in their low poly gloriness.
I wonder if I could pull them up.
I love when you just have like you already have a kind of low poly style, which I find it feels weird to say it's a low poly style when it's not really low poly.
That's the
it's-
thing. I don't.
It's really its one.
This is like
its own
hyper
thing.
picky, but I don't
Oh,
love
there it is.
what people are calling low poly now because it actually
Yeah.
takes more polygons to pull the look off than what low poly was like on the PlayStation 2 even.
Right.
It's like I described it
But
once.
I
I'm
also
like,
don't know
you're
what else.
using polygons in like in a very intentional manner. Like,
Have
but no, there is nothing really else to describe it.
have you
Our
seen?
friend Wilfred described it as like impressionism, like polygonal impressionism almost.
Your friend
Obviously-
Wilfred, huh?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Wilfred is from the Cape Juno demo.
No, I know.
That's
I'm
why.
He's also a real person named Wilfred, but yeah, he isn't the Cape Demo.
Isn't
And
he,
he's
also,
based on him too visually.
isn't he also
Ah.
a robot that I killed once or something?
That's Wilhelm.
Well, okay.
Wilhelm.
Ah,
Match the colors of the doors.
yeah. Okay, so Andrew sent the like dad mind dungeon thing, so I'll try doing
Have-
my impression of that.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, do you want to go ahead?
I was just gonna bring up like a graphical thing, but I'll do it after you're done.
Okay.
Not even about this game, just in general, just stuff.
Ah. Hey, so yeah. Look, I gotta go away for a while. I don't know when I'm coming back. Things will be fine. Your mom is a good mom. She's look, you know I'm the dad, and I'll always be your dad. So, yeah, don't forget that. Look, things might be tough, but yeah. Crap, I'm terrible at this. Sometimes adults realize that they made mistakes. And sometimes their mistakes cost a lot of money and require a lot of food and educations.
What an
And
asshole.
Some
messed up.
adults, like your mother, are better at providing for those mistakes than fathers.
Why?
Look, you're lucky that your mom is smart. Smarter than I am. Anyway,
What does this keep happening?
sometimes
Keep
the
walking, it might
realization
fix
of
itself.
those mistakes leads you to following other mistakes halfway across the country in hope of finding some dream. A youthful dream with nice legs.
Dang it.
Only those legs aren't as smart as your mom's, but man. Anyway, yeah, so hopefully this doesn't screw you up too badly. Just, yeah, you can
Hopefully
have
this
all my
doesn't
stuff.
screw it too badly.
I left most of it here. It's like your birthright, or whatever. So, my clothes are a bit big, but you'll grow into them. And then you can dress just like your old man. Try not to make the same mistakes I made, okay?
Famous last words before tragedy.
Yeah, sorry,
how'd I
sorry,
do?
sorry to interrupt you in the middle of that found bug. I was like, why
So
me?
I'll have to look at that one.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I think if you want to make it a little more accurate, just up the tempo a bit,
Yeah,
and I
pretty
think
good.
you could do it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
That actually
now
was
we get
good.
to write our own Hell yes, they look amazing.
Oh god.
I love it.
Oh, I wish we could.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't paste
Those are-
anything in the chat though. So
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love them.
When we get to Yuzu, we can show that off.
Put them on Drive, and we'll share the link.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, since
On
we were
Drive
talking
or
about the,
Dropbox?
oh,
Put 'em
good.
on Drive.
Sorry, didn't know. Don't want to get in the way of that.
I guess
Yeah, reserve damage.
I was doing it, unless you want to do it.
oh, you can do it.
And she does a lot of damage. But
Oh man, there's two big bugs right there on screen.
so there's there's one big genre that I really enjoy checking out, and it seems like the indie scene is what typically catches this genre, and that's the horror genre. Unfortunately, as far as mechanical innovation goes, not usually great. It's usually just, ooh, scary monster, run away from scary monster, get to objective to get away from scary monster, or just die because we have bad endings in the horror genre. But one thing that they do very well is, at least I think, is there's a lot of like, oh, what's the word? Demakes, you know? Like they're really good at going back and taking older graphics and doing some really interesting things. But there is this one style that came out recently where it's like super low poly and like really low texture. And anytime you move around anywhere, you just see like the walls and the floor freaking warping and moving with you. And it's multiple games
Oh,
that
like
do this.
PlayStation 1 style.
Yeah, but even
Oh, you mean
PlayStation
like,
wasn't that bad.
You mean like sort of like puppet combos style, right?
Yeah, but puppet combos is like you can actually tell
can
what's
actually-
going on.
Yeah.
Where the hell is the other door? But yeah, I
It's
just
all the way to the bottom right-hand corner of the map.
Yeah. You gotta mess around with the platforms to get to it.
okay. Shit. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of an interesting thing. Also Valheim. That game sort of mixes what it does with graphics. But if you look at the characters specifically and like the enemy models and stuff, they do this pretty interesting thing where it's not necessarily like super low poly, but the textures I think are like spot on for PS1, PS2.
Oh shit! I forgot to switch my laundry. I'll be right back.
There he goes.
in
And
there.
there he goes.
You gotta add a new tip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I gotta do my laundry. Uh,
Did you leave your dryer running?
oh yeah, I should probably turn that back. Oh, that worked out.
I love the stove one. Sometimes I leave the stove on.
Okay, so drop that, come back over here. Hit the switch. Or don't hit the switch. Do I have to
That's
hit
always
a
the question, isn't it?
different switch? 'Cause I can't.
Oh yeah, you gotta leave it and come back after you hit some other. You basically gotta do the circuit again, going in a circle.
There's one down here.
False alarm! I did switch it.
Okay. Weird.
Well, Nintendo loves to hear that. So,
What happened to your memory though?
yeah, I'd probably
Huh.
go see a doctor. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
You know, I think it's like the second time when I've been in a conversation with you, Andrew, where I've just been like out of nowhere, like, "Oh shit, I forgot to switch over my laundry," and then just run off.
Damn. Yeah, like you said, I have to do the circuit again. So, this way. I think this way. I hope this way. Nope. I'm short-sighted. And this is why I work in a factory.
I have returned. My computer crashed.
Oh, thank God.
Oh no.
Beautiful.
I mean, not that your computer crashed, that someone broke the silence on that. That was gonna be horrible.
Oh no.
Oh, was there a long pause or something?
I'm trying to figure this puzzle out, and for one reason or another, I said, "Well, I'm short-sighted. That's why I work in a factory." And then no one said anything for like 5 seconds.
I literally didn't hear you say that.
Oh.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to let that joke die in horrible fire.
I'm not even sure I know what that means.
Well, live my life, and you will.
Short-sighted and you work in a factory.
As in, I'm not very ambitious. That was the. That's the
Oh, okay.
God. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna get an editor just for that. The one's $5.
Direct references. Oh, see, there's a difference. The poke flute is nothing like a poke flute.
The
Yeah,
one
you
that's
just-
Pokemon.
It is
the other one's
legally
for just
distinct.
capture.
Are we talking about
Entirely
poke flutes in
different
there,
object.
or poke
Yeah,
flutes?
no, because like.
Poke, all
Yeah.
rights reserved flute.
Yeah, that's apt. I think. Why am I struggling with this so bad?
In your defense, this is a extremely obtuse puzzle. This was
Yeah, no, this is one of the ones that like annoys me every time.
this annoys me too when I play the game. I dread it when I get here. I'm like, oh, I gotta do this puzzle now.
I was,
the other one isn't as bad for me, even though it's technically a harder puzzle because I've got it memorized nearly.
I don't
Yeah.
remember
No, in fact,
struggling
I
with
think
that
I
one
do
too
have
much.
it memorized because the last time I went through it, I had no problems.
I think the wind one's really fun. One, this one, I don't know. I think the problem I have is that sometimes it doesn't seem to work correctly.
I wonder what would happen if we just like legitimately took this puzzle out. Like, I'm not saying we're gonna do that, but would people be upset that we cut content from the game?
Eco
Just
would, but
put
not
it
me.
Somewhere else.
But like putting it somewhere else, like it's tricky.
Yeah.
It
know
has
what?
a very visual aesthetic, and
Yeah.
Here's what you can do. You can do what the FF15 devs did and just make it like this ridiculous dungeon on the side. Except this will be nowhere near as difficult as the Pitios dungeon. Fuck that dungeon. I'm never doing it again. I'm probably never playing that game again.
Jeez.
just going in circles now. You gotta walk, head, you want to try to get to the bottom right hand corner.
He's
Everything
already
I've
got the door moved. Yeah, you just gotta go all the way back there again anyway, though. You basically have to keep hitting all the switches like in a row until you stumble on the right bridge that will get you across.
I did it.
everything like
You guys haven't
everything
seen
I've
it
heard
yet, but I
about
have did
Fi-
it. Done it.
Everything I've heard about Final Fantasy 15 is just like it's like this conglomerate mishmash of like everyone saying either that like it's the best game ever made or that they absolutely fucking hate it.
It is
Yo,
not
it's
the best game
super
ever
cool.
made, but it is not the worst game ever made.
It's
Yeah.
not as bad as people say it is.
Uh,
It's got some cool stuff like
Go back where you had it. I don't think you're.
Wait, what?
I said I would put that door back where you had it. I think.
Yeah, you had it in the right spot.
yeah, you did have it in the right spot.
I don't know if you can get it back there easily.
What you want to do is you want it to go back over there, and then you want to switch the bridge so you can move it onto one of the other
Alright, so I'm
platforms.
stop
Yeah, you
moving for a
basically want
second.
a bridge. It'll.
So in this area with the treasure chest, leave it here. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you want to switch it so then one of the other bridges on the other
The
side
left
are
or the
touching.
north. Yeah.
Yeah.
That means I have to go to the
I
bottom.
think go
left
to the one
switch.
all the way to the left first.
Yeah.
Because I think they basically have to be activated like in a row, like in a specific order.
Hey, I know maybe a lot of
That might
people
not matter.
don't.
You might be able to hit the.
Good.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I know a lot maybe like a lot of people don't necessarily like this puzzle, but kudos to you to honestly just putting in or daring to put in something as complex as this. I mean, it's a puzzle. You can solve it. It's decent. Um, most
I
indie
don't think
games
that
I
was the
have.
right one.
Yeah, I think it's a good puzzle. I think that it just fatigues people.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
I don't
If
think
this
that's
was like-
necessarily a bad thing.
I think the problem that it has is that it's too close to the other like really
Yeah, I
long
would say
fatiguing
that.
puzzle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's like
Um,
aside from that, it's like a good puzzle. It's just that having two long ones back to back is what makes people.
I don't think that's where you want to.
Yeah, keep that door back where you had it. And
On
then
the-
you have to go through the red door.
On the
and
same
pull
spot.
That lever. Yeah, keep it back on that
Okay.
same chest you had it on. Not this one.
Where you picked it up from.
Yeah, where you picked it up from. Right up
Yeah,
here.
like there.
Yeah. Then go all the way up to the top and go through that red door.
Yeah, I'm not gonna name the game because it's a good game, but I don't want to turn people off of it, so they'll just have to run into this on their own.
And then pull that lever.
But it was mostly an RPG over, puzzle stuff. But
There
I
you
guess,
go.
I guess,
Yeah, there you go. See.
yeah, I got it.
And then move it up one.
Yeah, let's figure this out first, and I'll go on my little tangent.
Yeah. So it's like partially the fact that the aesthetics for this dungeon are insane, but also the fact that it just has some of the puzzles in this game.
What the fuck?
It has the most puzzles, and that just makes me love it. I love weird puzzles like this.
Yeah, and like on like repeat playthroughs, I've grown to appreciate this area more. But like when my first 2 or like 3 playthroughs of it, I was like so annoyed with this area.
Wait, do I need to go to the bottom left? The bottom? I think the bottom left
I think
one.
The bottom right,
I think the only issue with this puzzle is that there's not a easy way or like efficient way to really solve it. Like it's kind of stuck into the one solution thing.
Oh, sorry, I'm seeing all these Discord messages. I have not checked till just now.
Yeah.
So if someone's trying to talk to
Whereas,
me,
like-
apologies.
Oh, you're fine.
I think it's just
Whereas
one
like
button, right?
the wind puzzle, while it does have like one solution, it's kind of like a simple kind of puzzle. Like you just you see where it's going and then you follow it.
Oh damn. Okay, I think I have to go up, right?
Yeah, that's fair. I do tend to think that like a puzzle, once you've seen the solution, really quick to just do, or it can get grating.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that this one is kind of different from other puzzles that have like
No.
that have that kind of a once you've seen the solution, it has to be quick to do. Where this one is just not that.
Yeah, even with the solution, it's kind of a lot of switch flipping, I would say.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
can get on your nerves. Okay,
There
we
you
did it.
go. Yeah, it could be either. I think. Yeah, I thought that was like intentional, so that way, like, if you messed up, like, and put it on one of the platforms, you didn't want to like piss off people.
Probably.
Yeah.
Give me that door. Okay.
Put it in the wrong.
On the bright side,
You
this
have
is
to go back and
probably
do
the
it.
hardest one in the game, so we're good to go after this, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, this is basically the final dungeon in the game.
Right,
for
yeah.
now.
Yeah. For now.
God, I saw this big long text on the Discord, and it's just what I think it was Robin read off there.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The dad stuff.
I will say
Yeah.
like the only other hard puzzle in this game
Soda
would
cried,
probably
sir.
just be
I
like
left
the
my body at
KNN
the age of
puzzle.
13. The memories here are very painful.
Well, I mean,
So
I don't
please
really
bear
think
with
that's
me
really
as I only
difficult,
tell
at least
what
for
I lived
me.
as a young girl
Well,
with my
it's not that
parents
it's
in Pontressina,
difficult.
Switzerland.
It's that like
I have 4 brothers. My brothers
it's
and
a
my
lot of them
parents
back to
owned
back
several
that
businesses,
have
and my mother
really
was a
out
teacher. I
there
spent most of my time
thinking.
alone.
Oh wow, it's already
Yeah.
almost 8:30.
And in that valley, I found
That
another
went
bit
by
of
fast.
So like I see why
solitude
people
is the
think
quickest
that's
way to
really
love. Someone
difficult,
who's
but
surrounded by
I
if you so
didn't.
love another person that
Oh, that's
most of us
interesting.
are incapable of in solitude and loneliness.
I've seen a lot of people struggle with it. Is why I felt I should mention it.
Purple Comet says, I stayed up so late programming one night that I tried decoding my Reese's Puffs. It's interesting.
Nice.
Nice.
How'd that go for you?
You're trying to separate them back into like chocolate puffs and like
Get back
separate
into
them
the
back into
Matrix!
chocolate and peanut butter.
Just some kind of sorting. I don't know. I wonder what that even looks like.
I'm not going to say what I thought.
Someone suggested that I scream to get fans, so I gave it a shot. I gave it a shot. Uh, man,
As soon as you get out of this place, save.
I hate this room. I love you guys, but
Yeah,
I hate
you
this
call
room.
it for the night.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I love.
I cannot believe it's already 8:30. It went by really quickly.
Yeah.
Hey, if you hate that puzzle, blame Ian. He made it.
I hate you, Ian.
Got him.
I've never met you, but I hate you.
Ian's great. Don't hate Ian.
Ian, you're probably cool, but fuck you for making this.
Oh no.
Let's go grab a beer, son of a bitch.
Let's smoke a joint together, you motherfucker.
Yeah, let's go have a beer and let's talk about this puzzle you made real fast.
Yeah, let's talk about this. I'm
Yeah.
sure I'm sure Ian's heard feedback and has learned his lesson. I hope. Where's this? Where's the damn? I know there's one over here. I'll just go to this one. Turn the thing.
Wow, we should have made a
game.
portal like that. We should have just warped you out of this room.
Well,
if you want to put that in 1.5, that would be great.
I don't like how hard would that actually be at this point? Make a little asset.
Nothing's impossible.
Oh, yeah,
Nothing's
but
impossible.
make a little
I can think of
swirly
some things that are
typhoon
impossible.
asset and put it on the ground and connect it to another part. But anyway, all right. So we're gonna call it there. Everyone plug your stuff, and I'll go last.
Oh,
Yeah.
we should probably mention that Y2K 1.25 is on the Switch now.
It just came
yeah.
out today. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Came out today, and the PS4 version we're still working on it, but it'll be shortly behind. And you can get Y2K on Switch, PS4. It's on Game Pass on PC. It's on Steam. It's on Humble. It's on Itch. It's on Good Old Games.
On about
You can
everything,
follow us at ACKK Studios. And yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say.
Subscribe to my Twitter.
What's your Twitter?
Oh, he linked.
Robin MOT with an underscore between Robin and MOT.
Oh, maker of
put it in
things,
the
MOT, yeah.
Yeah. As I
go
Mott for short.
Hellkrai, you got a thing?
You can follow me on Twitter at Hellkrai, and also you could join the YiiK Discord, and we could have a very fun discussion in the story chat.
The chat that I never touched while I was there.
It's the only chat I touched. That's a lie.
And
Might as well be the truth.
you can find me as always on Twitter at JTB+. I fixed the handle so you can actually find me now. I'm also on Gab and Parlor at the same handle. And you can find me streaming on just about not every stream service, but all the more popular ones. So Twitch, DLive, Trovo, and YouTube. All JTB+. Pretty much just Google that, and you'll find all that shit. I found it in like 2 seconds after Googling JTB+. So, and that's just the letter B, not B-E-E, in case anyone's confused about that. Anyway, till next time, take it easy, my friends.